Admiral Kethvar clicked his mandibles in amusement as the primitive human transmission crackled through the bridge speakers of the Sovereign's Pride. The translation matrix struggled with the crude electromagnetic signals, but the message was clear enough. Humanity was formally requesting membership in the Galactic Confederation. "They want to join us," he announced to his bridge crew, his voice dripping with condescension. "These barely evolved apes who still use chemical propulsion think they belong among the stars." Commander Zeftos, his tactical officer, pulled up the intelligence report on his holographic display. "Their most advanced vessel barely achieved 1/10 light speed, Admiral. Their weapons are kinetic projectiles and primitive fusion devices. They haven't even developed basic energy shielding." The bridge erupted in chittering laughter from the assembled hegemony officers. Admiral Kethvar had commanded this sector for 3 decades, overseeing the integration of 17 species into the Confederation. Each had demonstrated technological sophistication worthy of galactic citizenship. The humans, by contrast, had only recently managed to colonize their neighboring planets using chemical rockets and fusion drives. "Shall I prepare the standard rejection, sir?" asked Communications Officer Yextra, her translator implant barely containing her mirth. "We could suggest they reapply in another few centuries, when they develop proper faster-than-light capabilities." Kethvar studied the tactical display showing Earth's solar system. 3 small colonies on nearby worlds, a handful of orbital stations, and approximately 30 vessels that could generously be called spacecraft. The entire human space presence could be eliminated by a single hegemony destroyer without breaking formation. "No," he decided, settling back into his command throne. "This will serve as excellent training for our junior officers. Deploy Battle Group 7 to their system. We'll demonstrate proper galactic technology and give them a lesson in humility. Perhaps seeing real starships will motivate them to advance faster." Battle Group 7 consisted of 12 vessels, 2 heavy cruisers, 6 destroyers, and 4 support ships, more than sufficient to intimidate a primitive species while providing valuable training experience for recent Academy graduates. As the fleet engaged their quantum drives and jumped toward the Sol system, Kethvar reviewed the mission parameters. The plan was simple: arrive with overwhelming force, demonstrate their technological superiority, and offer humanity a choice. They could accept protectorate status under hegemony guidance or continue their isolated existence until they developed genuine spacefaring capabilities. The journey took 18 standard hours. When Battle Group 7 emerged from quantum space at the edge of the Sol system, their sensors immediately began cataloging human assets. The intelligence reports had been accurate primitive infrastructure, basic chemical propulsion, no evidence of energy weapons or defensive shields. "Admiral," reported sensor operator Lixan from her station, "I'm detecting 37 human vessels throughout the system. All are maintaining standard orbital patterns around their planets. No signs of military mobilization." "Probably haven't even detected us yet," chuckled Commander Zeftos. "Their sensor technology is laughably primitive." Kethvar ordered the fleet to advance toward Earth at quarter speed, allowing the humans ample time to observe their approach. The psychological impact would be greater if humanity had time to comprehend the vast technological gap between their species. As they crossed the orbit of the humans' outermost colony world, the first response came through their communications array. A human voice, speaking in their native tongue with obvious nervousness. "Unknown vessels. This is Mars Defense Command. Please identify yourselves and state your intentions." "Mars Defense Command," Kethvar repeated, his mandibles clicking with amusement, as if they could defend anything with their primitive technology. He activated the general communication channel, broadcasting on all human frequencies. "This is Admiral Kethvar of the Hegemony Battle Fleet. We have come to demonstrate the difference between true starfaring civilizations and planetary children playing with chemical rockets. Observe and learn. The hegemony ships arranged themselves in a perfect formation above Earth, their quantum-powered hulls gleaming with barely contained energy. Each vessel was a masterwork of engineering, capable of destroying continents with their primary weapons systems. "No response from the humans, sir," reported Yextra. "Their primitive vessels are maintaining position. They appear to be ignoring us." Kethvar frowned. Most species at least attempted some form of communication or defensive posturing when confronted by superior technology. The humans' lack of reaction was puzzling. "Perhaps they're paralyzed by fear," suggested Zeftos. "Or maybe they simply don't comprehend what they're seeing." Admiral Lixen called out suddenly, her voice sharp with confusion. "I'm detecting an anomalous reading. Something massive just appeared on sensors directly behind us." Kethvar spun toward the tactical display, his mandibles freezing mid-click. Where empty space had existed moments before, a colossal vessel now hung in perfect silence. The ship defied immediate classification. Its hull seemed to absorb sensor waves rather than reflect them, creating a void-like silhouette against the starfield. "How?" Zeftos whispered. "Our sensors showed nothing. Quantum detection arrays are supposed to be impossible to fool." The mysterious vessel dwarfed even Kethvar's flagship. Its dimensions exceeded anything in the hegemony database, and its technology appeared completely unknown. No visible propulsion systems, no recognizable weapon ports, no energy signatures that matched any known civilization. Admiral Yextra's voice cracked through the stunned silence. "Incoming transmission from the unknown vessel. It's broadcasting on human frequencies." The voice that filled the bridge was calm, professional, and unmistakably human. "Admiral Kethvar, this is Captain Sarah Chen of the UES Phantom Protocol. Your demonstration has been noted. Perhaps we should discuss humanity's membership application in person." The implications hit Kethvar like a quantum shockwave. Humanity hadn't been hiding their technological limitations. They had been hiding their technological capabilities. While the hegemony had observed primitive chemical rockets and fusion drives, humans had secretly developed stealth technology sophisticated enough to fool quantum sensors. The vessel behind them represented engineering that surpassed anything in Confederation databases. "How?" he managed to ask, his earlier arrogance evaporating like hydrogen in a solar wind. "Trade secret," Captain Chen replied, with what Kethvar's translator interpreted as mild amusement. "Though I believe your standard membership application requires demonstration of faster-than-light capability, energy shielding, and advanced defensive systems, would you like us to provide a more thorough demonstration?" As if responding to her words, the space around the human vessel shimmered. Energy barriers materialized from nowhere, creating geometric patterns that bent light itself. The ship's hull began to shift, revealing weapon systems that seemed to fold reality around them. "Impossible," Zeftos whispered. "This technology is centuries beyond anything we've developed." "Actually," Captain Chen continued conversationally, "we've been observing hegemony operations for quite some time. Your quantum drives are fascinating, though we solved faster than light travel using a rather different approach. We've been watching your species for about, 40 years now. You never noticed our survey ships." Kethvar realized with growing horror that humanity hadn't been requesting to join the Confederation as primitives seeking guidance. They had been formally announcing their presence as a technological equal, possibly superior. The chemical rockets and fusion drives weren't humanity's peak achievement. They were their public face, designed to avoid attention while their real capabilities remained hidden. What are your intentions?" he asked, his voice barely above a whisper. "The same as always," Captain Chen replied. "We'd like to join the Galactic Confederation. We believe we meet all the technical requirements." "And Admiral?" Next time you want to demonstrate proper galactic technology, you might want to make sure you're not being quietly observed by the species you're trying to intimidate. As the Phantom Protocol powered down its stealth systems, revealing its true magnificent and terrifying scope, Kethvar understood that the galaxy had just changed forever. Humanity hadn't been laughed at by aliens, they had been quietly laughing at everyone else. The greatest predators, it seemed, were often the ones no one saw coming.